All right, boys. I got a copyright strike from this Ashes of Creation drama by Narc. We already got Ashes of Creation drama in a game that's not out yet. Wow.
Hey,
Let's
what up,
go.
boys? So, we've been making Ashes of Creation videos now for, what, 3 years? Overall, the community has been great. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and the whole experience, following Ashes, learning a whole new side of the MMORPG genre, has been life-changing. Feels like I'm finally able to express myself.
Anything Ashes of Creation, I actually watch this guy. Everything I know on Ashes Creation, I would say 90% is from this guy.
Creatively,
He's grinding.
and that's helped immensely with my well-being. Obviously, some people dislike my humor, which is fine. Irony isn't for everyone. Some people even dislike my opinions, if you can believe that, and that's fine too. That's exactly what Ashes of Creation is all about.
I think more on that. I think disagreement is actually what the foundation of any good community has. And I mean good, not just going out and calling people names, but good discourse leads to a good community. I like making these YouTube videos so I can interact with people and they can tell me my take was shit for X, Y, and Z reason. It helps me grow as a person and understand things in a different light. Even if I may not agree with that person, I like to see other people's opinions. That's what makes this fun. That's what makes it interesting to do.
Diverse opinions to figure out the best way to develop the game. A few weeks ago, we even started streaming, and I've had great fun with it too. The learning experience of discussing with a live
Let's
audience
go.
and trying to be entertaining naturally instead of through a scripted format has really breathed new life into being some kind of celestial voice of reason here online, or I don't know, whatever these parasocial people say. And this month was a particularly exciting month because it also means it's our first ever Ashes of Creation livestream reaction, and we got to talk about the new reveals, the changes, and listen to people's opinions on the game direction in real time. Very exciting stuff.
Yep.
However, after today's stream, I opened up my business email to find a copyright
Oh! Okay, this is the most heartbreaking emails you can receive as a content creator. It feels so bad. It actually feels like a punch in the gut.
strike on my Twitch channel. Excuse me?
No.
A what?
And he just...
A motherfucking three
He just started.
strikes and your channel is deleted. Copyright strike. What on earth is this?
What
I
did you
thought to
do?
myself. Been showing off my ball sack on YouTube for 3 years and I'm clean as a whistle, but we streamed for 2 weeks and I've already landed myself a copyright strike. Classic.
True story. My first week on YouTube, I got a warning because I live streamed on YouTube and they didn't like my title, so they copyright striked me. And I didn't know. So I don't stream on YouTube anymore for that reason. I'm actually terrified that they're going to just wreck me. So I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. Apparently you can't stream. I don't know what I did. Still to this day, I don't know. I think it was the title. They tell you, but I didn't see anything wrong with my title. But it is what it is.
Obviously, this month was the long-awaited Freehold update, and with that update came a lot of changes. Personally, I thought nearly all of them were acceptable changes to better the game in the long term. However, the changes also stirred up some interesting debate, and one particular member has been fairly vocal about it. A well-known content creator within the space was conflicting with the game's changes, using classic argument starters like LOL by itself.
Oh, no. Oh, if you argue with me like this, you're a pussy, alright? If you just drop the LOL, you're kind of a pussy. If you're going to argue with me, I want you to put a full sentence with context so I can publicly shit on you. And I'm not always going to be right, but I at least want something to fight with. That is just passive-aggressive, and it's pussy-made. You're weak for doing that.
Again, that's fine. That's what the open development
He says
process
that's
is all
fine.
about.
I say it's not. I disagree. It is not fine to do that. You're a shit community member if you do that. You don't contribute anything to the discussion. I would prefer you to just shut the fuck up than put LOL. It's useless. Watch. Now everybody in this freaking video is going to drop LOL in the comments. Fucking assholes.
But as Stephen himself puts it, It's about being constructive and respectful about it. Now, I was very interested in this guy's takes because generally they go against the grain for reasons that are either genuine or because he likes the attention he gets from the negativity. Either way, both strats...
It's so easy to get big on YouTube being a negative YouTuber. People love when you shit on things, whether it's good or, like, better or for worse. People like when you are negative because they get to watch you just, like, either have a bad take or a take that they agree with, and it's more engagement for them. So they can just, because usually if you're shitting on Ashes of Creation, most people are going to like the game if they're watching this much content on it. So he's going to get like a spectacle if he starts shitting on the game in front of the core audience. It's cringe.
Viable in today's age. How does the saying go? Any press is good press. I don't know about that one, Chief. After my World of Warcraft videos, I don't think that's true. Which brings us to last night's stream. Our good friend released a video regarding the freeholds, and because of his diverse opinions on the Discord, I was fairly interested to listen to his takes. The guy may be cooked, but when he lays them down straight, they do make great points that I think are important to focus on. After asking Chad if they were interested, we booted up the video, and, well, I can't show you the clip because Twitch have deleted the VOD, and if I had somehow recorded it anyway, he would likely copyright strike my YouTube channel as well, and I ain't gonna let that happen. The story goes like this. We skipped to 7 minutes and 33.
So basically he did a react video, like what's happening right now, and he got copyright striked. Let me tell you something. If you do that, message the person first before doing the strike, because you are hurting that person's content creation by just striking it and taking it down. Especially if they added some input and added their own thoughts and individual understanding of what's coming out of that video. You're kind of bitch made. Every single YouTube video, I put a little link saying to contact me if you want me to take it down. Be courteous to each other as a content creator to do stuff like that.
3 seconds, the part of the video where he gives his opinion. The first 2 comments he brings up from Steven are talking about the exclusivity of freeholds being similar to the exclusivity of
owning cosmetics does not guarantee the acquisition of the item the cosmetic can be used on. Players must still achieve the corresponding item or building. So you got to earn it before you apply. You can't just unlock the cosmetic, get the thing. That's great. That's good. All players are capable of owning a freehold. Awesome. Acquiring achievements like T3 mounts or T2 mounts to use cosmetics on will require varying degrees of effort, skill, and strategy. Once achieved, they can use the cosmetics. So basically he's clarifying, you can't use the cosmetics till you unlock the shit. Which is, I mean, that's good. You can't, basically buy a boost.
Freeholds being similar to the exclusivity of Tier 2 and Tier 3 mounts. My man tries to debunk this, to which I disagree with his argument, simply because the game doesn't exist yet. How can what Steven said be wrong when he's the one developing the game?
Yeah, so this other content creator was basically telling the game developer no, and then Narc was like, wait, what? Oh god.
Not us. Now, the video was paused
not out
all
yet.
throughout
You
this
can't
talking
say
point,
something's
but
not real.
as we continue to listen, roughly 40 seconds into his opinions, I closed the video without a word, because he began to call Steven Sharif, the creative director of Ashes of Creation, a talentless corporate suit within the same vein as Jake Song from XL Games or John Smedley from Amazon Game Studios. And I simply don't want to platform someone slandering a man leading a project that spent the last 6 years trying to do the exact opposite. Now, the claim itself states, the work was not watched in a manner that would allow for news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research.
In this VOD, my intellectual work is used in a manner that I do not concur with. Fair use. The work was not watched in a manner that would allow for news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. So he's basically saying he didn't add anything new to it.
Me debunking your very biased opinions with simple logic that the game doesn't exist and expressing my nonchalant opinions live on stream to a chat, in contrast to your obviously emotionally charged ones through a script, then you are a very petty man, sir, and you've striped my VOD out of spite. If he'd contacted me and said that he'd prefer if
So yeah, he had transformative work and then he just copyright striked him. He's a bitch.
I didn't react to his content and please delete the button. In fact, he wouldn't have even needed to say please. In fact, he could have just at me in the official Ashes of Creation Discord saying that he hates me and never to react to his content again. Boom. I'd have deleted my VOD in a nanosecond out of respect for a fellow content creator.
That's what it is. It comes down to respect. You have to respect your fellow content creator. If Narc message me tomorrow after I post this, hey, take that down. Guess what I do? I wouldn't even think twice. I wouldn't even say, oh man, please. I wouldn't even think twice. I would take it off out of respect for him. This whole thing is community driven. Let me tell you something. Let's look. 20k views. That's how many views this has. I guarantee you 20,000 people have watched Asmongold react to it, whoever else react to it, watched this copy by itself. It's a rotating community of people constantly watching this video. Basically, we're all in it, is essentially what it is. We all want to, and the reason this is so captivating, the different reactions, takes, things like that, is because everybody wants to see what everybody else thinks of the game and see if it either matches what they think or if it doesn't match. And if it doesn't match, why do they think that way, right? And for me, I mean, most recent one being Diablo 4. I watched every bit of content for that game. I still watch so much content for Diablo 4. And I watch the reaction videos of them, and I watch, the people reacting to the reactions. It's like having a conversation. It's enjoyable for me and a certain core group of people that like to engage themselves and see what other people are thinking. Not because I'm going to change the way I think, but I think having discourse is what makes things better. I think it's what adds spice to this milky soup, if you will, right? So when he comes out of video, maybe he might say something about Ash's creation I don't like. I'm going to react to it, basically, and it's like I'm talking to him, right? I'm talking to him and not trying to be mean, just talk out how I feel about his thing. What he did here, that is just so bitch made. It is so bitch. He should have just messaged him.
Creator. But instead, he decides to permanently damage my channel with a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Obviously, this goes without saying, but if you know who this particular person is, please don't be cringe. Don't be a nameless, faceless loser online and harass the guy. My goal with this video is to spread a message about community. The copyright...
Big respect on that. That's exactly what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say about community, right? So, we're all in this together, right? And nobody gives... I don't care about money here. I just want to be able to get my opinion out there, and if somebody wanted to talk back to me, that's fine. It is what it is. And when you do that, you're hurting the community. You're hurting the community that you grew in. Why would you want to hurt the same people that view you? Because those same people watch Narc and his content. They go between your videos. Why would you hurt what's out there? You're just not being thoughtful or considerate to your audience. Even if you don't like Narc and you say, fuck them, be considerate to the people that are watching and viewing.
Strike system does allow creators to exploit it in this way. It's a problem that's plagued YouTube and Twitch for many, many years now. Generally targeting music where it's simply a copyright claim.
Yep.
And that just...
that happened in my Eminem karaoke video. It's claimed that they took the money off of it, even though I don't make money doing this, but they did claim it, so if it ever does make money, they will own all the dollars. But I still don't think that's a problem because, music, they own it. But a strike is basically you get 3 stabs before you die. That's what it is.
Takes the video's revenue. But in rare, emotionally charged cases like this, it's used to hurt your competitors or people you don't like with a permanently damaging copyright strike.
Yep.
The irony is that he claims he's offering copyright-free music to combat this very issue, yet he's willing to nonchalantly...
A copyright strike without a valid claim is bitch made. And you're probably like, oh, well, like, why would the copyright strike even go through if it wasn't valid? There's a guy that's going to jail for 5 years, made $22 million, 55,000 copyright claims. There's people doing this all over the place. And that was just a guy that got caught, right? People are doing this thousands of videos at a time, claiming them, striking them, doesn't matter. It's such a rampant abuse of the system, and yes, it's illegal, but has illegal ever really stopped everybody? Come on. My grandma used to say, a locked door just keeps the honest people honest. So...
he throw copyright strikes at his fellow creators covering the same game as him?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Listen, I can tank a copyright strike, right? And I'm most certainly not in a position to be breaching legal practices in an online space. We're a small channel within a small community covering a niche game in its pre-alpha phase.
Yeah,
and
I mean, like take it for real. Like, I bought this green screen on Amazon. It was $15. The equipment to set it up, $20. All in cost, $35. Okay, I have cups and my desk is completely littered. Obviously, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the community. I'm in it to enjoy what the community has to say. If people want to tell me to eat a dick, that's awesome. Like, that's what this is all about. But don't copyright strike me. Don't be a bitch.
And there's many other experienced, more knowledgeable channels that have explained the damage that the copyright system can do if it's misused. It's just unfortunate because a strike on my unpartnered Twitch channel that I launched 2 weeks ago has likely now cost me my chances to be partnered. And as you can see, I'm well within the requirements, and I was just waiting 30 days to show Twitch proof that my views are consistent. Our channel has a long history of Asmongold reacts. I think he's reacted to what, like 15 of our...
Asmongold is farming Narc for content. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But no, I think actually what Asmongold does is very good. So I call it the Asmongold chemical reaction. Basically, he watches one of your videos, and then you have 10,000 subscribers overnight. So he's bringing visibility to niche communities. He's almost like Degen Jesus in a way. So Degen Christ comes to your channel, graces it with a react, and then all of a sudden, your content gets to be seen. What a great time that is. And it's probably helped Narc so much grow and get his information out there further, because obviously he's made more than 13 videos. So it just helps the community grow. He's bringing a wider audience to a niche area. It's fantastic.
Our videos now, and it's been interesting to see diverse opinions from a community who don't necessarily agree with me.
Yep.
And that's what I've loved most about this journey. I get to meet new people, learn new perspectives, and although his reactions have benefited my channel, the important thing is that they've immensely helped Ashes of Creation reach a wider audience. And that's extremely important. Not because the game's ideals are being twisted by this new audience, but it's showing us, the core Ashes of Creation community, that Steven is resolute in his design pillars and will not compromise them for anything. And that's all I care about, really. I don't care about views. I don't care about money. If I cared about that shit...
My guy just wants a good MMO. He needs a W. Please, God, give me a game I can grind. I need to have a coping mechanism, and I need it to be Ashes of Creation, my man. I feel that in my soul, brother.
Takes during the PvP controversy last year. What I care about is making quality, entertaining videos that help the game succeed.
Preach!
Bringing us an MMORPG that we can actually enjoy for longer than 2 fucking weeks. no matter how long it takes. Because to
I
me,
guarantee you, every viewer of this video, every person that's clicked this video is thinking the same shit. I just want a good fucking game to play.
that's priceless. Ashes of Creation has such a tiny community right now. We've had tastes of the spotlight, very short glimpses of it. And if we're going to succeed, we need to stick together as a community who works as a unit. How can we succeed if we're copyright striking our fellow content creators because we're watching each other's bloody videos?
Big W. I mean, that is such a... He's so right. I'm going to link that. It's... You need to understand as a community, we're in this shit together.